3, 2, Frida. I got that gin in my system.
Hey.
Somebody gonna be my victim. That's my shit.
I'm gonna me.
That's it. That should be like, do it for Frida. That was it for Frida.
I took a picture of myself by accident fucking with you. That shit like,
hold on, bitch. I still got these glasses on. When the fuck did I put them back on? I thought I took them off.
oh shit, I thought you was about to ask me a serious question. Leave me the hell alone with these glasses. I told you to take them glasses off, fool. You alright again, Marcus? What's wrong? Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I recorded all of that.
Oh shit. What's going on?
I've got evidence.
I've got hoes.
What's going on?
Shit, cheers. Don't you take no sip without you doing no
I got real
cheers
happy.
properly.
Got real happy.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Have a gay old time. Get your happy ass. The fuck?
Dumb and dumber.
Bump, bump, pump, pump. Bitch, I think I done left the last show off already. We done just got started.
Child.
Anyway, hi y'all. We back for another episode of Teach His Own Podcast.
Yes, we are. Let me get
And we done gave some of you niggers and niggas the privilege of going live for a little bit.
Yes.
To talk to us. Oh, hold the hell on.
Yes.
So, it's been a lot going on over the past week.
Mm-hmm.
It's been some legality issues, not with us.
Mm-hmm.
Some legality and some political things going on. A lot going on in music.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just feel like we should get right into it. But before we do, I'm fucking hungry.
Me too, niece.
I don't know why we don't bring no snacks on the set. Marcus, you gotta get us together. We gonna have to get something together. We gotta get some snacks or something on the set.
We do.
I don't know if a little, chip company. I don't want to say nobody's specific name. A little chip, a little cookie company.
I'll bring some catering next time.
I don't like no damn Gatorade.
You don't like? I said catering.
Oh, I was gonna say catering.
Now catering is good.
Oh no, if you don't like catering, that's okay.
No, I love catering. I love catering. We actually had a couple of caterers as bosses of the week. Before too, that had some good ass food.
Yes, they did.
Catered a few of our events.
Mm-hmm.
I like to get down with them salmon skewers, bitch.
Yeah, that was good. Yes, ma'am.
Shout out to No Leftovers. Okay.
Mm-hmm. No shade, everything homemade, like Cecile.
Okay. Baby. Smarcus, do you know any professional caterers or anybody who would like to stop by?
Bring us a little hot plate.
I'll find some.
I'm just listen. We gonna need a little something when it's a little ambiance. What they call them? Appetizers.
Appetizer,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All of that stuff. Mm-hmm. That sounds good. I'm with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this week has definitely been an eventful one. So where do we want to start at? From the top? Do we want to even? Okay. So
which one? You want to start with the fun shit?
The fun shit. The funny shit, to be exact. The shit that made me laugh myself to sleep.
One wish, one wish, one wish, one wish. Brandy said, bitch, if I had one wish, you would have listened to your sister.
He be like, no, is it the only way I... My fault, yo, my fault. But I'm telling you, yo, that song... You all right? Gather yourself. I would just put the cloak over you to get you together. You all right? Yo,
you done made me. You all right? Choked on this fucking spit. I'm over here smacking on the scum like a damn camel.
Well,
made me choke.
Look, you and I can both say that we know damn well they acted a fool. I have to get.
Oh my goodness.
I have to figure this situation out.
Anna.
What?
First of all, I'm just gonna say I was fucking trashed watching Verzuz all by myself.
I was too.
The next day, baby, when I tell you I was entertained.
Me, myself, and I had the drinks flowing, yes, and I was entertained too. Because it was the shade. It was the shade.
The Verzuz bids are the best. They're the most unscripted, unfucking filtered.
shits I've ever
throwing,
seen.
Yes, top dog talking shit. Everybody gonna talk their top dog shit.
Yup.
What they had, what they wrote, what they produced, what they got awards for.
Yep.
Who didn't get awards for? What was on the top billboard? All that. Girl.
Mario. I just want to say, I don't know how people really didn't think that Mario was going like
come and eat it up.
Sang them up under them benches like that. My man came out with a mature voice and a skill set when he arrived on the scene at the tender age of 15. So like I mean, like I knew he was going like come and, you know, do his thing. Like I don't even know why we even doubted him. Like no, he not gonna come through with the 6-piece and the snack dances. He not doing all that. You know, he came through with something fly and just, you know, gave us the grown man, let him have it.
I mean, I'm on Mario. We didn't need to be touched. We didn't.
We didn't need to see that awkward ass watermelon eating contest between you and your brother. That's what we didn't need to see. Just slapping up everywhere.
And Cole was still going around like, y'all really expected somebody to eat up y'all. And you, one of you nasty heifers, I saw you in the audience. Y'all bit after it. I saw y'all.
Yes.
I saw.
Definitely, sis did. You right.
She did.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
She jumped on that with no hesitation. It's just
and then the other shit, she just kind of held it in her hand the rest of the time. Like, okay, well, what am I going to do with it? I don't want to bite it. I don't want to eat it. But I don't just want to throw it away. Bitch, it's a watermelon. Throw it away.
It's going to go bad. Like, you can't keep that forever.
Exactly.
It's not something that's a keepsake. Exactly.
Fuck,
biodegradable. 100%.
Fuck, you going to freeze it, hoe?
So.
Watermelon head, hoe?
At the end of the day, listen. Ray J said it was the Casamigos. I heard him when he said it.
First of all, what is it about that Casamigos that has your...
I just feel like, I don't know, like sometimes, like, you know how you're not supposed to get where you come from. I just feel like he make too much money to drink that shit. It got you acting a fucking fool. Like, drink something a little more classy if you gonna get like that, because you were showing all the assy last week. Damn.
Are you done?
All right, I'm done.
Are you sure?
Ray J my man, though, because he don't give a fuck. At the same time, that's my man. But he was acting... You know, sir, you didn't pick up that baby till well after you had already fucked up several different notes.
Like Mario said, y'all not going to be coming out here singing off key and shit. Bringing these niggas out here singing off key and shit. He said, Tank, come help him out.
He said, stop. You niggas sound bad.
He said, you niggas sound crazy.
He did. That's what he really
He said, you niggas sound crazy.
I'm like, ooh, wow.
I said, you better tell them niggas, Mario, to their face.
Man, one thing about Mario and Samuel, they gonna sing. Mario DeWar Barrett is going to sing, and so is Samuel. Okay? He's going to sing. And they was trying, and then one thing I saw that I didn't like, that's not me passing gas, this is the chair, let's get it together. Just want to let y'all know. So one thing I didn't understand that I saw a lot of chit chat about was the fact that Sammy was holding on to these songs that were like, they made fun of him for singing like the song from the Hardball soundtrack.
First of all, that was my shit.
They made fun of him.
Strike 1. Yeah. That was my shit.
Strike 2 was when y'all tried to play him for what was it? The Soulja Boy joint. That was a fucking smash when it came out. I seen people like, well, we don't care about these. They so old, we don't care about these songs. Like, I like it. That's his first song when he broke in the music industry. Are you kidding?
Y'all wouldn't know who he was.
First of all, the Crazy Things I Do for Love was my shit back in the day. Like, I'm sorry.
That's my shit. I don't care.
Marcus, it's rather unusual on this side of the room. Just bear with us.
Bear with me.
So then you had that. So that was a whole fucking shit show in itself. And then you got like Orion's coming out for the fuckery. Then you got like the dance. First of all, let's get to these dancers, niece, because this 8 count was not counting.
The dances was
the math was not mathing with that 8 count. I don't know.
And they really thought they was doing something with their You Guys Serve scene. He said, "Get your clan, get your clan."
Get the fuck out. You get on my nerves. Always doing some shit. That and the other part was when he tried to say that he wrote all the B2K songs. That was really weird. Like you already like we heard Boog on the Pandemonium album. Like we clearly heard him singing. Like we heard him singing a couple. Like we heard you not like we heard it.
In my Chris Brown voice,
we heard it.
That's cap. You capping. Cabbage.
Capping. Yeah.
Capping all over the world.
Kneecaps. I'm sorry. I'm over here in my bag, yo. I'm so sorry. Let me take another sip.
First of all,
Let me wipe my whistle.
I think, and just to kind of, I know we talking about verses, but like
Yeah.
Chris Brown mentioned, Marion, you can't do all that singing, dancing, backflip, and all that shit, and hit the club. You can't do all that shit no more. You cannot do what you used to do no more. Like CB said, he said, shit, such Icebox up would have smoked him. That'd have been a good ass dance match.
Yeah, it would have been a good.
Now that I'd like to see a versus dance match between them two back in the day.
Yeah, I could see that because the dance was is a big part of their as entertainers. They're dancers also. So
Exactly.
yeah,
I think that would be
even though Chris
bomb.
is clean and smooth, but I think Chris still is that nigga when it comes to that lane. He's still just that nigga to me. Like nobody's like doing karate kicks and shit in the middle of the air.
And that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like you said, he chooses the most dopest dancers that can rock with his flow.
Yep.
And a lot of his dances are a whole lot better than he is, but they blend right in. Smooth. Bop, bop. Chris, call me. Just saying. I'm gonna flow right with you. Call me.
So, and he did a whole bunch of interviews, and his album came out, and yeah, and still, I just feel like he's so humble. And that's another person I feel like we'll never get a versus from too. Like him, you already know B's not doing it. It's above her at this point.
It's definitely
like Usher's not gonna run and do it. Like, but all in all, like I really was so prepared to see this.
I saw that he was on a tiny desk though.
Yes, and he has other artists that are going to be on there singing backup
That'd be
for
interesting
him.
to see.
Is it like was it Givy? Did they say it was going to be Giveon or somebody? I don't know. I might be
hope
wrong.
they fix his
Did they
mic
say
before he
Giveon?
go
I don't
in.
know. I have to look again. Forgive me, y'all. I
I
might
hope
be
they
wrong.
fix his mic before
Yeah,
they go in.
please do. Listen,
Excuse me, yo.
listen. Get it together.
Listen.
You know what? And we were having this conversation the other day when we first saw the verses, and we laughed ourselves into a deep ass slumber. I really laughed until I cried. But when we talked about, I said, you know something? It just seems like that these musical mishaps is the trend of the month. And why would it ever happen during our history month? It's like Black Musical
y'all trying
Month,
to
Black Music
sabotage
Month.
this shit.
Are we secretly being sabotaged? Does anybody feel like that? Because I mean, you've got Giveon's situation, you've got Omarion's quote unquote like Ray J's quote unquote like whatever. I don't freaking know. I don't know. I'm giving up at this point. I don't know. It just seems a little weird and.
Well, Mario vocals wasn't messed up.
Or Samuel.
Nope. And to be honest with you, I think Bobby V did pretty good too.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. Oh my God. But you want to know who didn't do good? Jeremiah. I feel bad.
Like Mario said, y'all can't be bringing these niggas out here singing off key and shit. Mario was upset. He was offended.
I feel like y'all making R&B look crazy right now.
Yep.
And I know some of y'all got crossover records and shit like that, but like at the end of the day, we some singing niggas. So like y'all making us look crazy. Like bring it together. I give Mario that. His showmanship.
It was good.
It was good.
He was hot as shit. He said you hot as shit and all that in that big ass jacket.
Yes, that jacket was fly as shit though. I said, ooh.
It was when he took off that shirt and showed that body up under that jaw.
But Marion was trying to play him. Told him he what he say? You need to do some sit-ups or some shit like that. He was coming in Mario.
I'm like, first of all, Mario, your body's not that much more cut up than Mario's.
That's what I was thinking too. Like you thick as shit too. Marion's stocky. Mario only got more solid. He's not like what's wrong with him?
And he has height on you, like
hella
Marion,
height.
you're tiny.
Hella height.
You're tiny, my guy. You're small. Like I'm probably taller than you.
No, I really think you are though. Easily. But anyway.
Damn near everybody that was on that stage besides Mario.
Yeah. You're right. And Pleasure P. Not that
Yeah.
He was regular, average probably. But back to the verses. For me personally, I'm just thinking in terms of like, I feel like for the past couple months, I really wasn't missing it. It wasn't really a thing that I was saying like, because during the pandemic, it rescued us. It gave us something to do. Like, and I wholeheartedly really thank Swiss and Tim for coming up with that idea because it's like, damn, that was some really thorough ass, fly ass shit, and it gives you, and like they, and you
The
know, it
internet
gives you
held
the
us
chance,
down.
absolutely, to celebrate people, and I just think it's so important for that. But I don't know, it definitely, since it has been taken over by other people, other entities, it definitely has changed some of the, you know, things that are required or expected, from the performers. But all in all, I didn't miss it until this came up, and then they just, oh Lord, y'all.
Right now, I'm like, who's next?
Yeah, because I'm just like, after that, I don't even, first of all, after Ray J and them got off the, I would have been like, fuck that. Y'all got to
First of all,
reschedule me.
I was so tired. Let me just be honest. Excuse me, y'all. I've been up under the air too much. I really fucking hate.
That's
So
okay.
excuse me. But I was so tired. So tired. After what did they call it? The pre-score cards or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
I was so tired after Ray J, Bobby V, See Me, and Pleasure P. So tired. I went to sleep. I was drunk as shit, and I passed the fuck out. Okay? When I got up the next day with a hangover, as I was, recovering from my hangover, I watched the remaining.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I didn't stay up till 2 a.m. either. Excuse me.
I'm like, my nigga, I've been up 2.5 hours watching this shit, and they still going.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, all right, we about to wait for Mario and Mario to come out. Wait a minute, there's more?
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, I couldn't take it.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't take it.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, I'll count 6 shots.
Bow, bow, bow.
Gone, honey.
Yeah, so that definitely
Stumbled
took
into
us.
the bed.
That definitely took us over the edge that night. I said, "Oh yeah, this is a shift here." So speaking of the verses and all that has transpired since then, and that shit grew big ass Street Fighter legs. Them joints strong as shit because they niggas won't stop talking about that shit, including us. Oh well, fucking well, we grew up with y'all niggas, so
Damn
it's just
sure
because
did.
we got love and appreciation for those artists. We grew up
Mhm.
listening to them, especially Bobby. Can't tell me that you don't miss Bobby.
Tell me that you don't know Bobby
No more. So speaking of that whole ordeal and all the differences that they have going on between
Come
them,
on, Bobby V. That was my shit, Anna.
rear view was my shit. Riding, looking in my rear view.
Riding.
So character versus chemistry. So
Omarion was out of fucking pocket. His character was out of fucking pocket.
So I like how people try to say, yeah, they were saying that they felt like, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I would have to go back and watch it really closely.
This is what I feel like.
Cause I don't know. I feel like in the beginning, Mario was kind of sort of giving him his flowers, and then out of the blue, kind of was just like, well, no, fuck that nigga. Let's get straight to it. Like we about to put on a show, and then I mean, cause I'm pretty sure the B2K spiel was already a part of the show. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Which part from Omarion or Mario?
From Mario when he brought out the fake B2K members.
Okay, yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I
how
feel
he
like
started it with that.
Omarion already knew that was going to happen.
Right. There's no way you can do that and not tell the other artists.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like he definitely knew that was going to happen. I feel like that's why I say his character was out of pocket, because I felt like at moments he was playing into like the whole versus energy and then the nice battle, and then at other moments he was just completely trying to be the fuck shady.
yeah.
And I felt like it was those moments that stuck out more, which is why J Bug bust his ass.
Dog.
And read his ass like a motherfucking encyclopedia.
Girl, it was given teleprompter.
The next day
Shit.
on social media. I said, well, it was a read for us and a read for Omarion, bitch.
Reading Rainbow.
I said, Omarion, you got served.
Yeah. Come on now.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
Served. Sorry for the mic issue.
I'm just saying. He want to grit the clan. Listen.
Honestly, because listen, like sis said in the comments, I don't even typically be reading these 10 Commandment comments or messages from people, but I read all that shit. And to be honest,
every last line.
if you didn't believe the shits that was happening behind the scenes before and believe any of the animosity or the quote unquote, taboo shit that was going on between them, you had to believe it at that moment because Jarrell was letting it be known to the world. Mr. Houston didn't come to play with y'all, okay? He said, look, I'm about to just sit here and just, I'm just about to let me just pull this carpet a little harder. You want to be changing your hair and shit during the show. Let me just show niggas for real, what's really going on. And, these slick comments that you're making are, unwarranted. So for me
Really are.
personally, and again, because you're saying that you wrote these B2K songs, we all know the Pandemonium album. I don't give a fuck if you don't like Robert Kelly. That man had a lot to do with that project, period. So we not about to just say that, oh, yeah, you can't say what Marcus Cooper said, a.k.a. Pleasure P, because, yeah, he was actually penning shit that Pretty Ricky was putting out.
Baby,
so that makes sense.
On me.
But you can't, y'all had people, I'm saying, helping you out in the booth and shit, penning shit, all types of stuff. So you gotta think people and be real about it. And Mario threw shade when it came to that too, and you was doing his little shit in the background. I heard you, Mar. I heard you, Mr. Bear. So I'm just like, Omari, something don't. All that unbothered shit that you was saying might not be what it really is, and that's why they tell you never judge the book by the cover.
Absolutely, because I feel like every last line that I read from J Book, I felt like was absolutely true, and I felt like it spoke through the group chemistry that we once saw as B2K.
Mm-hmm.
He spoke a lot specifically to Omarion's character and what he was stating. He stated specifically about, you didn't want to be a solo artist, you were just a camera hog.
Mm-hmm.
You were a stage hog. You were a fame hog.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's, to me, excuse me, that's kind of equivalent to a clout chaser.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Popularity contest. It's given high school very much. Oh, look at me! I'm this. I'm that. And we all know you're an attractive man.
Mm-hmm.
Always have been. But Verzuz showed another side of Omari the other night. Mr. Granberry, I expected a little more of you. I needed you to know that we are now in the 30+ club. You bust on Mario for being so out of shape, but you was struggling when you was dancing. Like, I didn't see. Listen,
he didn't struggle on one note.
I love me some Usher Raymond. That fool be in the studio, be in the, them dance studios they have with the mirrors, and it be mad feet or just floor. That nigga used to just be with the mic with no shirt on and a pair of probably jeans or sweat, singing and jumping up and down, and jumping and going across and just keep going. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep on knocking this mic. I ain't used to it. Y'all can tell I'm ghetto. I'm not used to this.
Keep bumping it against the wall.
I'm sorry, my.
It's the caressing of the mic.
But yeah, but you talking all this shit, but is you doing your workouts? Is you making sure that you ready and you equipped for these kinds of shows? I don't think so, sir. This is not the new Millennium Tour.
That nigga said Bow Wow took your tour from you.
Ooh, yes, that was a steamer. That was a flamer. Mommy.
And Chris Brown took your career.
I don't know if somebody can take your career, but yeah. Chris created his own lane because straight the fuck like that, honestly, and again, just like we were just saying, Mario sang them up under the benches, and so do Sammy, but they not no dancing ass niggas at the end of the day. Like, right. Mario was doing his little 8 count and more than, just a friend, but that's not his lanes. And I feel like Chris kills all that. Artistic art expression, costumes, the way how he wants to, how it to look, all that. Like, I really, and it was so refreshing to, hear him even just, make sure that, people know that, like, no, I actually really care about my art. And me being a big fan of him, I was like, just sitting there like all, googly eyed, like, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
We love us some good art. But yeah, definitely character and chemistry. I feel like maybe the reason why their group chemistry was so, altered at one point is because probably, just like he was saying, just like Jerome mentioned, we would have conversations in private and you would pretty much like air shit out.
Yeah. And that's nutty.
That's nutty as fuck. That's a character flaw within you as a,
right.
That's
right.
You got to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that's corny as shit. You a nut ass bull for that.
Yeah, you is. It don't get no more Philly than that.
And that's on Philly.
So yeah, I mean, it's no way around that shit. Like, honestly, I could see how like him having that outlook. And this ain't to say we was there and we don't know. We just going off of what they saying. But again, it
Right.
makes sense. Just like
We
Jarrell
reading what
said, it
y'all
makes
reading.
sense. It makes sense. Like, hello, this is what we've been trying to tell y'all all this time.
All
We
this
was
time,
trying to make
yeah.
it work. Because I remember, honestly, and to even bring it more closer to home for everybody to make, I was really a big ass fan of B2K. So yeah, I'm over here standing at the moment, but I can remember when they broke up, everybody was mad as shit. But that was actually the date of the tour when they was coming to Tower to Philly to have their tour, and Omarion came by himself, and we was like really like we still went because it was just like we already paid for the tickets. But in all like we was like everybody was still hoping secretly like everybody else would show up, but no, that did not happen. It was an Omarion
That's how
affair.
you know.
It was an Omarion
He was
affair.
a fame hog. Like
That's-
no matter what,
I'm gonna get
still
my
go.
run. Go, you better point it out, Chrissy.
Damn. Again, Omarion, you just got served.
Who ordered the poo-poo platter?
And this time you wasn't doing it for Lil Saint.
He wasn't.
He wasn't.
Time to play hardball. No pun intended.
Damn. Strike two. Caught me by surprise.
I'm done. Listen, I think it goes like that. Sorry, I love Mario too.
Come
Mario.
on. First of all, speaking of Mario, so we was out catching the vibe over the weekend or whatever like that. So I was talking to one of the DJs or whatever.
Okay.
And we was talking about the Verzuz mix up, and he was like, he said Mario has the better voice, but Omarion has better music. And I was a little taken aback by that. I said, this was my exact reaction. And he was like, as I was reacting like this, he said, come on, name me 10 Mario songs right now. And I did. I'm like, I named 9 out of 10 because I stumbled on the name of one particular song. And he was like, well, you didn't name the song, so it doesn't count. I'm like, you're right, I'm not going to cheat. It's whatever.
You still name 9, though. You still my friend.
So he was like,
Fuck
right,
you talking about?
but he gave me my
Fuck this boy
props, so
talking
he was
about?
like, dog, he was like, 9 out of 10, no, he was like, that's good. He like, because I didn't think nobody was going to be
Really a
name
Mario
like 10.
fan, though.
I
yeah.
said, Mario's that nigga, though. Like,
to us.
yeah, I'm like,
To us,
No.
Chrissy.
Mario's that nigga.
And he has a fan base. Yeah, I'm not trying to, and I'm not minimizing anything, but everybody don't, honestly, niggas slept on him. For whatever reason,
He's
niggas really
definitely
didn't
been
think that
slept
Mario
on.
was that
Hello,
nigga.
wake up from the net, people.
Wake your ass
wake
up.
up, wake up,
Wake up, Mr.
okay?
West.
Okay? I'm like, Mario's that nigga. And I was like, I had to think about it. And I'm like, do I blast Mario more? I'm like, I still listen to Mario to this day. I don't listen to independent. Now, I may go back and listen to a few B2K songs, but I don't go back and just strictly listen to Mario, or Marion stuff.
And that's where I interject that. I can see where you come from with that because for me personally, I feel like he does later on in his career, he came out what he did what Sammy sort of did, the underground mixtapes and shit like that.
Yeah.
But when I do listen to Omarion, I typically
shit.
I go back to his first solo record CD. I really liked that CD. He had songs on there that I really fuck with, and I that's the only project I go back to.
Can you kind of refresh my memory on some songs that are on
I'm
that
trying
album?
to act like I
Okay,
don't
I'm trying to
wanna
is on
be
that.
with
I'm
you.
trying is actually my favorite song.
Yes.
From
And
that
in
album.
the dark,
Okay.
get in touch and feeling.
I don't know that.
I know that whole art. Like I'm really was like, yeah, yeah. It's another song. Baby, I know that you want me, know that you need me, can't live without me. Good
I
thing
can
you
hear it.
got
I don't know that
me.
song word for word, but
He can't
it's
put
known.
it down like me. That was my shit right there.
And it's interesting that you say that because again, even when having a conversation with the DJ, it was maybe about 2 or 3 songs, and he was like, "I don't know that," because I think I said 2 Train. Shit was good. He's like, "I don't know that." I was like, "What?"
That was from his first album.
I said, "Nigga," I started singing this shit. I said, "What? I know you lying." He said, "Yeah." I said, "You don't know me." He said, "Okay, you a real fan." Yes, I am.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, for real. You better go look it up. Because it's more than the chick with the braid with the
I said,
braids.
first of all, Mario's entire first album was the shit.
It was.
It was a no skip album.
First of all, gotta have it like what he say? Gotta have her like Nikes fresh out the box. Hey, 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 hey.
I do not have that voice right now, so science it.
I'm half horse.
But
But
yeah,
yeah.
that's this right here is from
Air
Verzuz.
conditioner, yeah, in Verzuz.
This is from Verzuz.
Yeah.
Literally, I was stuck in the fucking house. I fell asleep. Okay, took a fucking nap. Was boiled up under the aerial after being outside sweating all fucking day. Boiled up under the air. Took a shower. Boiled up under the air. Fell asleep on fucking Verzuz when it went off, and then woke up and fucking drank and watched this shit
Now I woke up
and got fucked up by myself. This is from Verzuz. Had a hangover and everything. Fucked up. Now I just got this little from this fucking cool air. Girl. This is Mario, this is your fault. Okay? This now come take care of me. Come braid my hair. Shit. I need my motherfucking hair braided up under this wig.
Look
Come braid
at
my
me.
shit.
I know you see my meeks under here. It's like
Okay?
meeks for me.
Getting a little weird because they need to be done, okay?
So the next topic that we have, for the day, on our list is speaking out of turn.
Ugh.
So these things happen. These things happen often. These things happen when, you least expect it. These things happen when you know that's going to happen and you be prepared for it. This should just be happening. So how do we react when people speak out of turn? How do you redeem yourself when you speak out of turn? These are my thoughts on what I've been thinking.
Come on, A-Roy.
Once again, that was the chair. But yeah. So what you been thinking?
I think when it comes to speaking out of turn, initially, I'm a person who my face and my body language reacts first before I say anything. Excuse me. Honestly, the new me, which I will say, I like to be more optimistic about somebody's response versus automatically assuming that they were trying to be negative or, intentionally trying to hurt me or trying to hurt those around them. So, like I said, the new me tries to go from there, tries to be open and understanding, and just, excuse me, directly ask, what is it that you meant? What did you mean by that?
Questions.
I'm kind of, it's almost like I treat everybody like I'm at work, like I'm in a therapy session. Like I treat everybody like a client.
Okay.
And I really, personally, I do hate to say that, but like I've said it here before on the show, I'm a very black and white person. There's no gray area with me. So I'm either this way or I'm that way. And I feel like I'm either being professional or I'm not. I'm kind of like chilling and being recreational. So for that, when I'm trying to be open and understanding, more so when I'm in that role, excuse me, it's more so I'm in my professional role. So like I said, in that aspect, I'm kind of treating everybody like a client, and I feel like people are more receptive to me that way, in that angle, only because I guess I work well with all of my clients really. So I feel like it's been working, I guess. I haven't been hearing a lot of the backlash that I used to hear about my responses. So I guess that's my way of working with it, just treating everybody like I'm at work.
Well, drawing from that statement, I can definitely say that I feel like, since we're in, the field, they always tell you to approach every person as if they are a trauma survivor. Like you don't know. And I think that's something very important to take with you from our field to the real world because essentially speaking, when you're dealing with people, you don't know what they've been through. So some people's responses may be warranted being as though they went through certain things and they might have not moved past that thing. However, I feel like you have to have balance with that also too because you can't walk around on eggshells and be like, oh my God, I gotta make sure that I'm not
That's
like,
just what I was in here thinking. Like, that's a little
because
intense.
yeah, it is intense, but at the same time, it's just like, just be careful. It's just telling you to have that notion that, just be careful and handle people with care, because you never know what someone has been through. And I think that's just, kindness isn't something that's instilled in people. So I think that is something that needs to be communicated just like that. Treat it as if it were, you don't know this person and they're a client and they could have went through something that's super traumatic, and you don't have the details yet. So you need to make sure you're treading carefully. I feel like it serves as a safety net for you, especially when you're in different social settings and you don't want to come across as, like, um being blunt, or being, what do they call it, abrasive or brash, so to speak. I've had that shit said to me so many different times, but there's levels to that shit. It really is. And to be honest, sometimes I feel like it's because, people don't want to be accountable. But I do think at times,
Where my damn gavel at?
I just think that at times,
That's what it is. People just don't want to be accountable. Tell them again, accountable, Anna.
accountability. That's something big, and it's something that people need to be more serious about. So yeah, when speaking out of turn really just puts you in a place where it's just like, and sometimes it is warranted. I won't say that it's not, because when it's a situation, just to give a prime example, something may happen with someone that you care very deeply about, and you may feel like you you may have a place, an unspoken place in their life, an unspoken place in their life where you can approach or say something to a person because they hurt that person's feelings, or they made them feel some type of way, or you see how this could affect them because you know them on a certain level. And, often I feel like people do that with people that they love and care about the most. And again, bringing it back to the point where I feel like I say it can be warranted, but at the same time, it's just like, sometimes you really just gotta mind your business. Speaking out of turn really it starts to make shit unravel in, in different settings. It can make shit go awry really quickly.
It can, and to piggyback off of that, I do think the other piece of that is the other population of people who can speak out of turn a lot, or people who are just miserable, because misery loves company. So when you're miserable, you'll say anything to anybody,
Mm-hmm.
or when someone who doesn't have something to lose.
There you go.
You'll say anything to anybody. You'll do anything to anybody because you don't have anything to lose.
Right.
So you don't care. You're very careless of what you have. No shame.
Right. So like, it's just like, oh, so why am I like holding on?
Right.
Why am I
So
holding back again?
why am I exactly?
Why am I holding back? So people just really need to tread carefully. That it's a lot of that happens a lot. And I don't like to speak on stuff I don't know. And honestly, when people ask me to, or ask my opinion about some shit I don't know too much about, just like, I'm just going from my own personal knowledge of being here for 33 years.
Right.
And that's just
my
it.
experience. That's it.
And I can't and I always preface my reaction or my response with that, so that they know, like, hey, I can't say that I'm a professional. No, I told you that this wasn't my bag, and I told you also that I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, you gotta, can't ask for some shit and not
That
accept.
you know what?
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember one time I was at work, and this was years ago, nowhere near the job that I worked in. I had a client call me a bitch. Why the fuck y'all laughing?
I'm sorry, Christine. Can you just tell the story?
No, I'm confused. Why y'all laughing?
Cause you're fucking funny.
All I said was I used to work and I had a client call me a bitch.
We knew.
Anyway, tribe, I'm talking to y'all because I don't know why the fuck they sitting here laughing at me.
Cause you funny.
So I had a client call me a bitch. And my response to her was, she was going off saying a bunch of stuff, and she called me a bitch. I said, well, if I'm gonna be a bitch, I can be the biggest one that you know, or something to that nature. Something I repeated what she said, and like added some whatever natural sass that I have to
Right.
it, but I didn't call her a bitch back.
Yeah.
Of course, she ratted. They pulled me into the office. I said, "Well, I didn't call her a bitch." But I was young. I was new coming into the field.
Mhm.
But that was speaking out of turn because I had to learn that although I didn't curse at her, using that language with her,
Mhm.
it wasn't professional. Although she used that language with me being a professional in the matter, had to understand that in this situation, this is speaking out of turn. You're not talking to a girlfriend or a random girl in the street who just walked up on you and called you a
Mhm.
bitch.
Mhm.
In this aspect, you are the professional. This is supposed to be a teaching moment. So this was speaking out of turn. This was not the way to teach her by responding in that way. So that was just my little story on speaking out of turn. I don't know what the fuck y'all was laughing at. It
Cause
was
that
nothing
shit was
funny
funny. I
about
don't know
that.
that. I'm glad you gave us a story, bitch. Cause I was, I had the wait music in my head and all that shit. I'm hollering, cause we can only imagine how that shit was going to end. That's why
Remember
it was
that
so
bitch pulled my
funny.
hair? Fuck speaking out of turn. Anna. I don't work at this job no more neither. So Anna, tell them to because I called Anna, how did I call you? Because I called you when I thought I was and I got fired.
Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. That's all I heard.
Yo,
Child.
y'all know this was a while ago because I ain't drive. I was waiting at the bus stop, y'all. I was sitting on the bus stop, waiting in the shade. It was hot as shit too. It was the summertime. I called, bitch. This bitch didn't pull my fucking ear. Now, mind you, in that situation, I didn't call her a bitch to her face because I had learned my lesson from calling people bitches before. But I had to Anna, I called her a bitch. Yeah, I did. She pulled my fucking ear, y'all.
Yeah, right.
Fuck speaking out of turn. Some other things went out of turn, but it wasn't speaking. All I know is some things got shooken around in the room.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anna, I was offended.
No, she definitely pulled your hair, and she
She
definitely
pulled my
had you.
ponytail, y'all.
It's one.
She ain't snatched my wig off. She pulled my ponytail. I know that shit was out of pocket.
Yes, unforgivable.
Unforgivable. I'm surprised I didn't get fired that day. I got fired soon after that, though. Because that shit was unforgivable.
You get on my nerves.
He was
bro.
the first person I called to honestly fucking fired me. Well, Chrissy, what you do? Some unforgivable shit. So I ain't even do nothing. So, y'all always know when I'm about to start my shit because I start squinting like this and I get my cheeks. I ain't even do nothing. But speaking of unforgivable,
Yeah.
let's just slide and go right into the next topic. What is something that if you can think of the worst thing in the world to be done to you, like what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of some shit that you absolutely not forgiving nobody for?
Damn, I don't even want to like thinking about the worst shit ever. And I'm really sitting here thinking, I'm just like,
It's a very pessimistic thought. I
It
could just go
is.
ahead and just say that it's definitely a very pessimistic thought, but it's something to think about. But I honestly think that some things you don't know how you're going to react until they just actually happen. I think sometimes even with
a
things
lot of
being
shit
unforgivable,
a lot of shit that people forgive people for is unforgivable to me. Like how y'all keep taking the same nigga back over and again. This shit is unforgivable. Sorry, a bag is not going to save our relationship at this point. Like, I fuck you and your bag.
now I
Thank
can
you.
hear you saying that. No, just to just play off that real fast. I can hear you just thinking about relationships that you've been in. You like, I'm not taking these niggas back if they
Yeah.
fucking cheated on me.
Yeah.
Now, say if it was somebody that you was like super deeply, like you feel like was your soulmate, you may react differently.
I mean, I may, but then I may not.
Yeah, you may not. But I'm just saying you may
Because
react
for me
differently.
personally, if I'm not, you know, if I'm not bringing that kind of energy to the situation, I don't feel like I should have to deal with it at all.
I hear
Although
that.
I don't believe that, I don't believe that any relationship is perfect, and there's going to be things that you have to deal with, and there's going to be things you have to compromise on. That's just not one of them for me. That's a deal breaker because I just feel like at the end of the day, it's enough between me and you trying to figure each other out. When you bring another motherfucker into the equation, it just makes it just I don't know. And then especially on the terms, like y'all be out here disrespectful with it, like it's craziness. So that type of shit really be unforgivable. Now, yeah. Y'all know what the stuff I'm talking about. The stuff that all these shows and all y'all favorite artists sing about all the fucking time. The unforgivable shit. That kind of unforgivable
I
shit.
feel like if you fuck with either one of my parents or my siblings, it's definitely unforgivable.
Absolutely.
I'm going to jail behind them.
You fuck with my money, that's unforgivable.
I'm going to jail and hell behind them. Yeah, my money is definitely unforgivable. Like
to a point where and not saying that I love money on that level. No,
but if you fuck with
my livelihood,
yeah, my livelihood, like yeah,
that's more so what I'm getting at.
like if you're taking something from me, let me say something. It was one thing. It was a line my mom used to always say as I was growing up, and it was, "You never let anybody cost you something." And it's rather it's somebody taking something from you directly, or if it's somebody doing or saying something to you, and your response or your reaction to that is going to cost you because you have something to lose. You don't never let anybody cost you something. I'm never going to let you take food out my mouth.
Never.
Like, not literally or figuratively. So that's my perspective when I say you can't play with my money. Like,
Yeah,
that's playing with my money is unforgivable.
Right, yeah. Real shit.
Like, again, and I'm going to hell, HELL, and jail, JIAL, behind my parents.
JIAL. It's okay.
J whatever. JAIL, JIAL, whatever.
Child, maybe she was in there. She did it the other way. I don't know. Go ahead.
Y'all know what I've been through. Either one. Behind my parents and my siblings. And that's for a fact. Like, we had meetings on this shit. Like, they know it.
Right. Right.
Like, I tell my brothers all the time, like, you know, y'all got female problems. Call me.
Yeah, it's definitely the children in my family. Just
Mom, somebody talking shit at work. Call me.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yo, honestly, and I'm petty when in corporate. I'm petty. I don't believe in going friends to make to. I don't going friends. I don't believe in going to work to make friends, but I strongly believe in going to work and doing my job. And if you are a person,
my JAB or JOB,
who makes that harder for me, and you go out your way to do so,
yep,
you're done. You're fucking done. Another thing that's unforgivable is anything anybody does. If I feel like at any moment you decided to go out of your way to inconvenience me, that is fucking unforgivable for me. You went out your way. That shit burns me to the core. It does. When you're like, oh damn, you really. So that means you had to, because you ever something ever happened to you,
about that.
Some shit go down, you had to think about actually what a motherfucker had to go through to go do some shit to you. You just be like, oh damn, so you went up 56 flights of stairs. You lied to 8 people, lied to your mama. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that's what we doing? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's unforgivable right there. Right, exactly. You know what else is unforgivable? Putting folded eggs on my breakfast sandwich and I ask you for scrambled.
Get out.
I'm tired of that.
If we done fucking playing with this bit, I think for me, the most obscene or like the top tier of unforgivable things come from, of course, the people that we care about the most. I learned that certain things weren't unforgivable to me because of, like, I forgave the person because I really didn't give a fuck about them that much. I'm gonna give you a real life example. Why are you looking at me?
Because I shouldn't be laughing at this shit.
Why are you fucking laughing at me? You made me laugh. I wasn't supposed to laugh. It wasn't nothing funny. I'm gonna give you a real life
journal of this girl. Jesus Christ! Because
I don't forget you got help me write the book. Anyway, I'm gonna give you a real life example. I was in a relationship. You know this person.
Let me listen closely. I already know.
I was in a relationship. And this monkey got a girl pregnant.
Oh, you gotta die. That don't mean I'm going to do it, though. I'm just kidding.
I ain't even
Not him with his mouth open. Every female's going to have that reaction,
and let me tell you, I ain't even cared, but I fake act like I did, y'all. I was into it. I'm like, what? You ain't got this fucking bitch. I was all into it.
Because
I
honestly,
pulled a whole Jerry Springer moment like Maury. Like, all I did was, like, mimic this shit. And I said, why the heck would you do that to me? I ain't give a fuck. I was laughing behind the fucking phone.
it's only and honestly,
Honest to God, Joe.
I mean, you don't be giving a fuck about that bitch. I know I wouldn't.
No, because
care.
I ain't give a fuck. I learned in that moment, I didn't give a fuck about him for real. Because I wasn't mad.
Oh my God.
I was playing the whole time
You
behind
are
that
deep
fucking
blue
phone.
CD.
I was behind that phone. Oh my God, why would you do this to me? Meanwhile, I'm eating, fucking watching videos and shit. How could you do this to me?
You the reason why they say niggas could be fucking volunteers. Men, when they do something to you and then they still be lying. Yo, I never had that happen to me, but I pray to God they never do. Because honestly, it really, like, I can't with her. Like, I just can't. You see what I go through?
I didn't listen. At that moment, like I said, I knew I didn't give a fuck about him. But that's where, when something is unforgivable, or something hurts you so bad, it's because you care about the person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That much. Your feelings,
and you might not realize it until you're
that
expressing
moment,
those
right.
feelings.
And your feelings
like,
are
what the
literally
fuck was
hurt.
I so mad about?
Right, because your fucking feelings was hurt. That's why you was mad, bitch.
And then
Your
you get
fucking feelings
mad
was hurt.
that you was mad about that shit and that your feelings was hurt. See,
Right.
then you mad again all over again.
Because there's some shit, because I'm like, as an adult, as a mature woman, there are some things that, that happen over time, and I realized that I didn't, like, just like you didn't realize that you didn't give a fuck about some things until they happen, some things you don't realize that you really give a fuck about, again, until they happen. So it was things that happened with people that was just like, oh, damn, I actually gave a fuck about that. And I didn't realize it until it happened. And then, like you said, just be like, well, damn, bitch, now why the fuck you care? Now, where the fuck this come from? This is a whole new segment.
We are going to pray for you. How about that?
Oh, don't stop.
We won't.
Don't
like
stop.
Diddy said. Like Diddy said. And y'all seen it. First of all,
Can't
I'm
stop,
mad.
won't
I
stop.
ain't gonna lie. I might go watch the BET Awards. I hope they not, they got better. This is no shade to the BET Awards, but like y'all used to be lit as shit back in the day.
And
We used to look
you're
forward.
not. So, no
Yeah.
shade. This is truth.
Okay, palm tree row. Anyway, so I'm just to the point where I'm just like, when I seen the little meme and they had the little Diddy video,
I like that little
I said,
backdrop.
I don't know, I might would have had to run up on that joint a little bit and fuck it up with Diddy because it was looking real.
First of all, it's one of my favorite videos. Back in the
Listen,
day.
it was the cheese grater for me. Okay, the cheese grater scene was it, and they be in there doing where you release from the side.
Woo!
They was giving Young Miami bars saying she looked like a whole groupie.
And I think they're just giving the people something else extra to talk about.
They
to
are.
be honest,
Yeah.
Let's
be
was
clear.
a prop.
She needs her viewership to do a leaps and bounds. Not saying that she doesn't have a platform because she's a star. They are the only rap group that's.
Is she a star?
Yeah, in their eyes, today's like Miami. Yeah. I bet your little sister wanna look like me.
I definitely think she's popular and favorited and popular.
Every year, but when you think about, we're not 13. Think about what the city girls would have meant to you at 13 in this era. Yeah, they might be stars to you. They just might be.
13-year-olds listen to City Girls. They shouldn't be.
Girl, how old was we when Trina and them came out with them? Okay then. Thank you. Point taken. Yes, bitch, we gonna sit together. Make sure they hear it.
Let me see how old I was.
Yeah,
when
let
Bad
you
as Bitch came
double
out.
check on it. Yeah, let you reference. Anyway, so yeah, that is that. But yeah, you got a whole bunch of unforgivable shit happening right now. Ray J, we never gonna forgive you for fucking up the fucking Verzuz stage like that.
Nigga said.
We don't forgive the old ass Supreme Court for overturning Roe versus Wade. No, we do not. Because America, get one fucking thing clear. Listen here, America.
Here we go.
In my uncle voice.
America.
You will never be able to tell me what I can do with my body. I don't give a fuck what the Supreme Court of Justice has to say. And that's on the godly game.
Y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say.
Excuse the blasphemous approach. Okay? Thank you. God knows my heart. I just want to let y'all know, I really could care less what people have to listen. If it is not you, mind your business. The same way people make a decision to have sex, they should have the decision to be able to go through with having a child or not if it's a situation happening. You know, the circumstances. Not everything is tied, you know, to something that's like bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They may be in a situation where it's just like not feasible for them. Like, or, you know, accidents really do happen. And to be honest, like, when I was younger, I used to always say, oh, yeah, you know, I used to have that mindset kind of sort of like, you know, when you grow up in the church, people have you thinking like, oh, abortion is only, some people don't believe in it at all, but then you have those people where they're just kind of like marginalized, and it's just like, oh, it's okay if you were raped, and it's okay if it was incest, and it's okay if that and stuff like that. Not like, but I'm making it more, I'm saying it that way to make it so people can get where I'm coming from. But I just feel like there's more to it than even just that. What about the soul thought of a person just saying like, you know, honestly, this was not my intentions. This wasn't my plan. What do you say to a person that really did take her birth control and the condom might have popped and,
Right.
oh my gosh, she's ovulating. Up, poof, pregnant.
Let me tell you something. You ain't
You know
gotta
what I'm
tell me
saying?
shit, cause fact of the matter is, bitches still gonna be throwing themselves down the steps.
That part. I honestly think it'll get worse.
I think it'll absolutely get worse. I think this idea that y'all have that, you know, taking away the rights for abortion will, you know, increase contraception and, you know, decrease as many babies being born annually and throughout the year. All of that, I don't think none of that is going to happen. And decreasing the amount of abortions, bitches are still going to have abortions. You know what's going to happen? It's not going to be as many abortions. It's going to be a whole bunch of fucking emergency surgeries from internal issues going on, from people trying to
Honestly, and to be honest,
terminate it themselves.
I actually had something on my, I'm not even going to pull it up because it's, you know.
Like, come on.
We've been going for a while, so I'm going to keep it as short as possible. But I definitely saw
The
something.
backyard boogie
And I
down coming back.
screenshotted it, and it was a situation that happened literally right after they overturned it. It was a situation in one of the, I believe it was a southern state, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember exactly what state. But the young woman had she had an ectopic pregnancy, I believe, and it ruptured in her tube. And while she was they prolonged the surgery because the lawyer and the doctor were going back and forth, so neither one of them would lose their fucking job when it came to how they was going to get this baby out of her without not having no way to feed their families at the end of the day. Mind you, she has like almost, they said 600 cc's of blood in her body because she was bleeding out because it ruptured. So this woman could have died. 9 hours of deliberation in an emergency room. Imagine the pain and the trauma this woman has from this one situation. And not to add insult to injury, Black women are like 3 to 4 more times more likely to die while giving birth as it is. They think that we're some freaking plastic machines that can just take all this pain, and it's like they don't believe us when we say, oh, I'm hurting. No. Like, we already get like turned away and shunned when it comes to medical treatment as it is. Healthcare is a fucking joke when it comes to us.
Yeah.
If you want to be technical, they don't even think that, you know, we need shit because, oh, we're just this bionic super being that can just take all this pain all the time. No. That's crazy when you think about it.
Like that lady said, she want to save white lives. She said it, not me.
Girl.
I'm just repeating what she said. Y'all all heard her said it. Y'all seen the meme. Y'all seen the clip.
Timeline, I said, yo, if it ain't plain, that's some plain Greek yogurt right there.
I'm making we know we saw it coming.
White lives.
The voices have gotten more boisterous
louder
and bolder.
Yes. They're getting loquacious out here. They saying a lot.
And my whole thing about it is, if you're not afraid of that,
yeah,
why be afraid to throw yourself down the steps if you need to?
Listen, mental health. Listen, we act like maternal depression and, you know,
mental
all that
health
shit
is
doesn't
definitely
exist.
going to increase. Yeah. I do unfortunately think that the rate of suicide is going to increase.
Absolutely.
Because
think about it. If someone already has a co-occurring illness, not saying co-occurring, like what if they, oh my goodness, now they're going through their maternal depression along with already having mental health going on prior to you being pregnant. And they're telling you that, oh, your body's rejecting this pregnancy in so many words, and you don't have an option to get rid of the pregnancy, and you have to sacrifice yourself. Oh, well, I might as well do it myself. I'm not going to let some bitch-ass doctors take me out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why would I ever leave that in your hands? So it gets to be sticky, bitch.
Like, I can drink myself.
not giving people ideas, but just saying like people aren't thinking about these outcomes, and we're not. This isn't us joking around, but this is a real conversation
No,
that
I'm
we
serious.
had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that we know that women deal
Like,
with this shit every
that's
single
the
day.
thought process that people can start to go through. It's just like, well, if I gotta do it myself, what can I do to make it successful but yet easier on me?
Yeah, and someone used the whole rape thing, and it was just like someone that their response was, "Oh yeah, well, shame on me or shame on the rapist."
Yeah, that's
I
out of
thought that
pocket.
comment was so insensitive.
That's out of pocket.
I'm just like, and you're a man.
Like,
Sorry, that
I hope you
really
don't have any
just struck me
daughters
the wrong way.
or nieces. I hope you don't have a mother, grandmother. Clearly you do. Like, that's out of pocket. Like, when men say stuff like that, they act like they don't come from women.
Listen, we got our name from a woman, and we came from a woman. What did Tupac say? But yeah, y'all, we got real heavy towards the end.
Can we just cheers and take a drink or something?
Yeah, we
I gotta
can,
take a
and we
drink.
gonna wind down.
Please.
Cheers, and thank you for joining us
Ooh,
another
this
week.
back.
I'm obviously having issues with avoiding hitting this mic. Please bear with me through this episode. I'm going to take a sip.
And please bear through my cup. And I told y'all this is Mario's fault. I was sunk up under this air conditioner. Drink on the floor, okay, honey?
So let's get into the boss of the week. I'm gonna tag them real quick. So we got some customized items coming through. Black owned business of the week is going to be Assignment Understood Customs LLC.
All right.
First of all, it's the logo for me. I'm digging it.
It looks very realistic. Let me see that.
So cute. So cute. I love her logo. Shout out to you, girl.
Smarcus, we definitely going at this. And I think that'd be a good idea.
And it looks just like her.
It does. It looks very realistic. Can I see that picture again? Oh, she favors my brother's girlfriend a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So she does custom items. So she'll do like, you know, if you have tumblers and stuff like that.
Okay.
Vinyl t-shirts, journals. She does a whole bunch of stuff. So, you know, get with her. She'll hook you up. She got socks up here. She got masks. She got
so we wanted
pillows.
Something custom, pillows.
We could go through her. So Assignment Understood. So she has her own website. It's ASGMTunderstood.com. So that's ASGMTunderstood.com. She also has an Instagram. Go check her out. And I found her through my Waist Beat Girl. Shout out to you. Black girls got to stick together.
Misunderstood the assignment.
And that's our boss of the week. And my name is Sunky Shock.
I'm Chrissy, bitch.
And together we are To Each His
Own. Bye.
See ya.